Your hands together here for your A finalists. In the women's 200-meter backstroke. In lane number 1, representing Swim-Mac Carolina, 2013 World Junior Championship silver medalist in this event, Kathleen Baker.
Years of age out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Next to her in lane number 2, another Cal swimmer with Melanie Claren. Teammate of Missy Franklin's at Cal. She swam a personal best in the prelims. Courtney Bartholomew is in lane number 3 now. Talk about a huge improvement in your personal best. She improved her personal best, Rowdy, by 4 seconds in the prelims. Lane 4 to be Elizabeth Beisel, the Florida grad.
Could be a co-favorite here with Missy Franklin, swimming very well this summer.
And Missy Franklin, we've already talked about what she's done in the pool and what she will do. And folks, remember, she's just 19 years of age and already just a huge, huge talent in swimming. Lane number 6, it'll be Lisa Bratton, another swimmer who had a personal best earlier in the prelims. Lane number 7, another Cal swimmer in Elizabeth Pelton, 3rd in this event in the Olympic trials.
She's the American record holder in the yard version of this event, has a lot of speed.
And how about this, Kylie Stewart, she will be a freshman this fall at Georgia, 5th in this event at the Olympic trials.
The race again centers in lanes 4 and 5. The top qualifier you see right there, Elizabeth Beisel. Just a sensational career at the University of Florida and has been on fire this summer, Todd. Watched her a couple weeks ago swim so well at Santa Clara.
Missy Franklin is going for her 4th consecutive title in this event, the women's 200-meter backstroke.
I'm talking to Elizabeth quite a bit this summer. She really wants to kind of break into broadcasting. I told her she's a natural. So much fun to be around. Hard to believe. It's hard to believe. Oh, Beisel slipped off the blocks, completely off the blocks. She went straight down. Oh my goodness, look at her, she's right there, Todd. She went straight down from the blocks. I've seen this before, saw it at the World Championships last summer a couple times, and Beisel might be out of it. I know we've got a long way to go, but she's got a lot of room to make up. The good news is this is a fairly weak field outside of Franklin. There's some really good swimmers. She could do it, but it's so hard to come from I mean, she went from a dead standstill on that start. Again, a full body length behind you. See how far behind she is.
A lot of work to do for Elizabeth Beisel with a terrible start. Meanwhile, out in front, Missy Franklin in lane number 5.
I've seen a lot of people do that. I've never seen it to that degree where she just completely stopped in the water.
So, Rowdy, the big question is, does she control her breathing, not panic here, and just try to swim as hard as she can?
You can say that in theory, of course, but it's almost impossible when you're out there in real life not to put in a little bit of panic. But if she can come back to this and just sneak into the top 3, you only have to be top 3. It will be a miracle, and it will kind of give her confidence. Saying that, even if she doesn't, she's still got a couple events to go. She's got the 400 IM, her best event, and if she makes it, she can still swim this event at the Pan Pacs. But let's get back to Franklin because she's swimming very well here. Again, coming off the 200 freestyle, it's very tough. She's just got out of the 200 free. She's used to it. She's going to win this going away. She's not going to be close to her world record. 32 plus there on that split. But again, the story is Elizabeth Beisel, and I don't think she's going to be able to do it.
So Beisel in lane number 4, Missy Franklin way out in lane number 5, and lane number 1, keep an eye on this, but it's going to be out the line, Missy Franklin, who gets the win with a 2:08.38.
And Beisel did well enough to get 6th in that race Not an especially fast time, but we haven't seen, forget about the clock at this meet because you're just not going to see a lot of fast times, at least based on these first few swims. And you could see Beisel just shaking her head saying, oh, I slipped. I can't believe it. I went completely down off the blocks.
Do you think Missy Franklin's asking her, where were you?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, oh my gosh. But again, it's not a time to panic. Watch right there. Now she goes straight down. Because she comes so high, you can see that. She just went straight down. There they go. There's the feet. You see the feet? That's a great shot from underwater, guys. Oh.
So
I just
no
feel
push off
so
the wall.
bad for her. There's no push off. And when she went straight down, that meant she went from a complete standstill. Here's the halfway point. Franklin. Get back to Franklin. You tried to, but it's hard for me to think about this. Here's the final turn right here, completely in control. And I'm not sure Beisel would have been close to her even with a good start, but I certainly think she would have made the team. And there goes Franklin at the end. Again, she has no idea where she's at. I mean, she's swimming her own race, but I know at the end she probably said something, and here's her reaction like, whoa. She didn't know what to say. What do I do? What do I say? I just slipped.
But it's Missy Franklin who gets the victory in the women's 200-meter backstroke. An impressive performance, and she's standing by with Carolyn.
Missy, we started talking to Elizabeth Beisel there, who had that unfortunate slip at the front of her race. What did you say to her?
Well, I saw on the first 50 that she was way far behind, and that's not like Beisel, so I immediately thought, she slipped, and my heart just went out to her. But, I have no doubt she's making the Pan Pac team. She can swim 200 back there and still qualify for Worlds.
Her road a little bit tougher now. You secured your spot the first night here, so how does that affect how you were able to swim a race like this?
It's really fun. It's nice to have that pressure off and just be able to get out there and race and watch people like Kathleen Baker make it.
A lot of people at home who maybe aren't familiar with the intricacies of swimming would say it's 2014, Rio isn't until 2016, but can you explain why meets like this are so important now as you set up the Olympics 2 years from now?
Well, this is really important because it qualifies for Pan Pacs this summer and Worlds next summer. So the big Worlds meet before the Olympics is kind of the last time we have to get out there before Rio. So it's good to get out here and race, then have Australia, and then before we know it, Rio's going to be here.
Missy, thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Missy Franklin. Ceremony for the women's 200 backstroke. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting awards tonight is a 1984 U.S. Olympian. He hails from our host club here, the Irvine Nova Aquatics. Both of his kids swim for Nova. He picked up a silver medal in the 400 free at the 1984 Los Angeles Games. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome John Mikkonen. In 8th place, from Cavalier at 213.49, Courtney Bartholomew. 7th for Dynamo in Georgia at 2:12.42, Kylie Stewart. 6th for Bluefish in Florida at 2:12.37, Elizabeth Beisel. 5th for Cal Aquatics at 2:11.99, Elizabeth Pelton. Placing 4th for Cal Aquatics in a time of 2:11.58, Melanie Claren. Placing 3rd for Tri-City Channel Cats at 2:11.57, Lisa Bratton. Placing 2nd from Swim Mac Carolina at 2:10.42, Kathleen Baker. And your 2014 Phillips 66 National Champion, representing Cal Aquatics and the Colorado Stars in a winning time of 2:08.38, Missy Franklin. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together here for your top 8 and your champion, Missy Franklin.